Oh well, all right, we're hopping into another one because that did not go so great. So we will not try ramping if we can help it, unless we get some insane thing that's like, hey, you really should be ramping. All right, all right. So what do we got? Um, so there's Invoke the Ancients. So that was actually my pack one pick one in my second draft. And while Invoke the Ancients was good, I ended up going like pretty heavy green to try to make it work, and I essentially became almost mono green, and that did not work out so great. Um, Now this is very strong. Getting 2 4 5s for 5 mana is insane. And in the deck that I had it in, it was possible to get it out early, just because I had like the little Lanor Elf ramp guy and all that. Um, we could try to go the Shrine route. I mean, this is just a decent aggressive like 2/2 first strike for threes. Okay, it's passable, and then we can just start pinging them. This is not bad in an aggressive deck either. Um, like this is such a heavy commitment to green that I don't know that I want to take that. So I took it already once, and I had the experience with it, and I found out it's okay, it's not great, but let's see. So that land is like meh. Voltage Surge actually seems very good. It's 1 mana shock, or upside of hey, sack an artifact, you deal 4 damage at instant speed. So this is fantastic. Nothing else I'm seeing really is jumping out at me. This is like okay, but this is probably one of the worst ones. Like 4 mana for 2/1/1s. Okay, I'd rather have the white one that actually like deals damage to something, or I forget. I don't even remember what the other ones do. Boseiju, destroy an artifact or enchantment. Actually, that's probably the strongest one. But yeah, here I'm just gonna take the voltage surge. We'll stay red and stay aggressive, and I haven't really gotten a super aggressive deck yet, other than my enchantment deck, which just happened to be aggressive only because I was playing everything for super cheap. So let's see. 2 mana, 2/1, aggressive. Whenever non-token modified creature dies, make a 1/1 color spirit. Meh. Could go red white. Wanderer's intervention, deal 4 damage. Basically Gideon's intervention, but Gideon's not around anymore, so the Wanderer is. Um, that seems not great. This seems okay. This actually seems decent. We could go like a black red aggressive. I mean, this is essentially a 1 drop that chips in for damage, and then hits them. Hits them for a 2/2 vehicles that control of menace. This could be good too. A 2 drop 3/4 flyer. Now crew 3 is brutal, but I think I like taking this and just trying to go like 1 drops. Okay, so there's a black red card here. Um, so lethal exploit is essentially Olivia's Midnight Ambush, but then not so much -13, -13. But at least it can grow if you have some modified stuff, which it's not insane to have a couple of those lying around. Oni called Anvil though, like if we're doing a black red like artifact matter deck, this seems just insane. Whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, you create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. It only triggers once each turn and only on your turn. Um, but then you're basically just making fodder to sack to this, and you ping the opponent. Um, yeah, that seems fine. Naomi seems like it could be okay, could be good. Although it's probably only living through like 1 attack. So I think I'm down to go for like a super cheap, aggressive red black kind of a deck. Maybe we can switch to red blue if we see some good cheap aggressive red blue stuff. But this seems okay. This is like meh. I think I'm just gonna grab the Searchlight Companion. It's a cheap thing, gives us 2 bodies, stuff we can sack. The Spirit Token is not an artifact, but this is, so for whatever reason, if we need to, we can start sacking that. If we're going super cheap, I don't know that we want to be running this. Another Voltage Surge seems really good, though. Like, sacking the artifact to this, right, triggers this. So we can... And, like, the artifact you make, this doesn't say non-token artifacts, right? So the artifact you make, once you get one of these, you literally have a ping every turn. Um, so for free. So yeah, this will be making things for this. So these will regularly be 1 mana deal 4 at instant, which is like insane. This seems really, really good. This could also be really good. Yeah, both of these are fantastic in this kind of a deck that we're doing. Now, I don't know. I feel like I'd probably rather have the destroy artifact just because there are so many artifacts. And then we also get to beef up a creature. So I think I'm going to grab that. The other one, the draw 2 one, does seem like it could be really good, especially with all these 1/1s lying around that we want. But I like this just because this will probably more than likely trade up with an artifact as far as mana cost. Oh yeah, see, this is great. Simian Sling. This is exactly what we want. We want like, okay, we're going like 1-drop tribal here. So we'll see how this goes. The one blue-red deck that we lost to in the like mythic top 300 person, they had a ton of 1-drops and they were doing pretty well. So we will see how this goes. So far, it seems to be going pretty good. I don't know how many like red and black vehicles there are, but there are plenty of colorless vehicles. So if we can pick up a couple of the cheap like colorless vehicles, then this would be pretty good. So we'll see. The dream would be to get the 2-mana mech suit, yeah? Oh, yeah, see, this is great. This is what we want. Another 1-drop. Again, this could be really good. I think we'll just stick with the 1-drops. If our picks continue on this track, we can probably run like 15 lands. I would need to have a lot of 1 and 2 drops though to do that. So yeah, so far what this deck looks like is shaping up to be is just get in a lot of really early damage and then like slam a shrine and just ping away. The black shrine, so if we are red black, if we do end up seeing the black shrine, it is a little costly. It's 4 mana. Which is like this seems like it costs a little bit too much. This doesn't seem great either. Although if we do go wide enough, creatures getting +1/+0 doesn't seem bad. Plus, if we can if we have a wide enough board, then maybe on the steel chapter, which is the first one, we can get a good swing in. This one seems okay. Just makes 1/1s. Yeah, I don't really see that being that good. I'll just take the 2-drop. Debt to the Kami, probably won't, but maybe. It's modal is usually not great just because they always get, or this kind of effect is not usually that great just because they get to pick what they do, as far as what they sack or exile. But the fact that it is modal means that we might be able to get some flexibility and force their hand a little bit. So like if they have an enchantment creature out and no other enchantments, then yeah, we did it. But other than that, then So we're definitely not running 2 of these if we do run any of them, but we'll see. So I doubt we'll run that, so we'll maybe grab this on a splash. Like we're not really splashing white for artifact removal when we already have this one right here. Yeah, we're not playing that. So, all right, what did we get? Unfortunately, this is one of the better ones in white. We do have the reinforced Ronin here, which we saw could be pretty good. Circuit Mender's solid. It's basically a better Filigree Familiar. 3 mana, 2/3, gain 2, and then leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Although that's not so much for this deck. That's more for like dirtily kind of, whatever decks. But that being said, it's an artifact. It's on theme. It draws us a card. Can't really complain. That's not really what we want. I think we'll just take this reinforced Ronin. I mean, it's going to get in for some damage, and then we're just going to pitch him to draw a card, keep the gas flowing. Wow, back-to-back marches, and none of them are in our colors. If I could pick which one we'd get, I'd pick the black one. But this seems fine. I wouldn't mind this either. But this is an artifact, which this cares about. It's a 1-drop, which is nice. It throws a counter somewhere when it's done. Actually, we can throw this counter on it too, to then throw 2 counters on something when it dies. That wouldn't be bad. But yeah, I think I'm just going to keep taking 1-drops. Okay, Flame Discharge is nice. What is this? 2 mana. When it deals combat damage to a player, you can discard a creature, destroy it. Nah, I don't really like that as much. Crackling Emergence. Nah. I think I just like this Flame Discharge. If we have a modified creature, it's a shock that scales up. Otherwise, it's just a fireball, essentially, to a creature player. Not to... Wait, creature planeswalker. Okay, for a second I said player, so my brain was like, wait, is that player as well? It is not. Honestly, this is a 1-drop, but this as a combat trick is really good. I would almost exclusively run this as a combat trick. I would never cast this as a 6-drop in this deck specifically. But this could also just be good as again another 1-drop. My only thing is I'm gonna want a way to keep the cards flowing. So now I kind of do wish I grabbed one of those sack a creature, draw 2 cards. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this. Just because I'm going to want a way to punch through some damage. All right, so here's the Black Shrine we were talking about. And as nice as it would be to get 2 shrines in the colors and all that, I don't think we want this one, right? We're only picking off small things. We're not picking off big things, which is the things that we want to pick off. This could be good, but I feel like this experimental synthesizer is what we want. It's with all these 1-drops, it's just straight up card advantage for us. We can even sack it for free to the Oni Cult Anvil so that we don't have to pay the 3 mana. Although then we don't get the 2/2. But yeah, I think we just grab this experimental synthesizer. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But so far, this is definitely looking like a 15 land deck. Like we are just going to be hyper aggressive, dump our hand out very quickly, and essentially say, okay, well we're gonna start hitting your face really quickly, and then hopefully they can't stabilize. You know, I really the only thing I think we lose to is something that has an answer for every single thing we play, or life gain. So all right, we got another reinforced Ronin. What else do we got? Scrapyard Steelbreaker could be good in this deck, but if I have to pick, I'd rather try to just keep it one, cheap stuff. And I like this guy just because, again, this is going to increase the chance that on turn 1 I play him and I'm hitting for 2. And I'm just hitting for 2 like every turn for the first 2-3 turns. And then, yeah, late game I'll be able to pitch him. Now I'd really like some of those 2-mana artifacts that one person had against me, that anytime an artifact comes in, then it gets a charge counter. So yeah, this is 2 mana. It's not 6 mana. We're not doing that. And then I don't even know if we're going to run this, but we'll see. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, gains haste. So if they've got a big trampler, something like that, we can steal it and slam. If they're like just trying to stabilize and whatever, we can open up some attacks if their health total is low. Hopefully they can't trade off too much, so that way the second chapter still we get a benefit from. And then 3/3 trample haste is fine. Bronze plate boar. Ooh, twisted embrace. So this is one of those things where, yeah, this costs 4, but there will be times where they like drop something big to stabilize, and I just can't deal with it. If it's not an artifact that I can just destroy for 2 mana, then or if its toughness is more than 4, then I may need to just kill something. So I'm gonna grab the twisted embrace. If this is where our curve is topping out at, I'm okay with that. Ooh, it's not bad. Virus Beetle is actually pretty good. Another Voltage Surge though, I have to take another Voltage Surge. Virus Beetle would have been really good, but these are literally going to just be 1 mana, deal 4 damage in our deck. This guy's relatively beefy. I'm not going to play any of this other stuff. So, sideboard, we'll see. Maybe after the first couple games, if I'm like, we really need something, then I can swing out with all my 1/1 drops and then bash. So, Let's see. So far I'm pretty happy with this deck, but I definitely could see us picking up a couple things that would make me happier. So let's see. I don't know that we're really going to be that modified, right? Like, we don't really have any equipment. We have this to put a counter on something, this to put a counter on something, but I guess we have the Simian Sling. I'm gonna take this flyer though. It's a cheap flyer that late game we can just start pumping. Um, I'm not gonna take this, so I'll take this, but I don't think we're gonna play it. We're not really trying to attack alone, but who knows? Another Simian Sling or an Ambitious Assault. I kind of like Simian Sling. We can just start attaching these to our guys to beef them up a little bit. Although this can be really good. I think I'll actually take the Ambitious Assault. We have so many 1-drops that the 12th 1-drop I don't think will make too much of a difference. Wow, we've literally opened 3 marches and all 3 of them were in the colors we are not in. So that sucks. Well, now I wish I took the other Simian Sling so I could take this Ambitious Assault. Ninjas and rogues. I don't think we really have a ton of ninjas and rogues. We have 1 ninja. That's it. So that's not fantastic. Return to action. +1/+0 lifelink. And then get it back. Feels like +2 in lifelink. That'd be nice. We're not playing this. We might play the boar. That's a lot to reconfigure. I think I'll just grab. I don't know. I really wish I got the other Simian Sling then, and I would have taken this. I don't think we're going to play the boar, so. Now, Scrap Welder. Wow. Wow. We have a lot of... Oh, my goodness. All right, so I want all 3 of these. We got to make a quick decision, though. So 3 mana, 3/3, sack an artifact with mana value X. Return target artifact card with mana value less than X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. And you don't have to sack it later. So sack like this, sack that, or sack an artifact, upgrade some of our artifacts into 3/1s. And this goes well with our anvil. Like, this is pretty good, but I feel like this guy is just even better. No? Oh, finally we get a march. But Kami's Flare. And that's the thing, is like I wanted the black march because this is okay, but I guess this is good late game, right? When we've kind of petered out and we're like, we really need to just like hit something. But I feel like Kami's Flare is just better. Although, do we really need a Kami's Flare? We have 3 voltage surges. And Seismic Wave could be good, but there's a lot of artifact stuff running around, so I think I'm just going to take Kami's Flare. It has to be better. Here's the Black Shrine again. Here's our chance. Yo, no, I'm taking this high-speed hover bike. This is... Oh, man, there's actually a couple of good things. This You Are Already Dead is really good in our deck full of, like, cheap stuff that they're going to eventually be able to outclass. We can just say, okay, fine, like, kill whatever it was, draw a card. It's 1 mana. Like, that's essentially 1 mana murder. This, though, is evasion. I have tons of stuff that can crew it. It's super cheap. Like, it's a 2 mana, 2/2 flyer. Ugh. You know what? I think we're good on removal. So I'm just going to take the high-speed hover bike. I really would not mind that You're Already Dead, though. Let's see. Another Ink Tries Infiltrator, Reckoner Raid. And that's the thing. If we flip this, then our hover bike has Menace. Not that a 2/2 needs Menace, but the fact that it's a flyer with Menace means they can't just chump it with like a 1/1 flyer. They need 2 flyers. Cheap flyer, another 1-drop. I'll take the other 1-drop. Rabbit Battery. There we go. Twin Shot Sniper, though. Ooh. This is so good. Oh, man. So what if we get rid of that? We still need like 1 more cut to fit this. Rabbit Battery is like so good, though. For 1 mana, we're going to give every creature haste. I think I have to take that. Twin Shot Sniper is very good, but I think I have to take that. Ooh, there's that card draw spell we were talking about. Dragon Spark Reactor. Last new pick that we could possibly get. We did it. All right. So now we just got to figure out what we're cutting. Because even at 15 lands, we're going to need to cut some stuff. Honestly, we might be able to just cut this Twisted Embrace. I think we can cut this. That's not that great. We're not playing any of this. Maybe him. Or her. Them. Don't know. Yeah, we have tons of 1-drops. Like our average mana is 1.9. Just taking out the 4-drop drops it to 1.8. Debt to the Kami, I said I think we can take out. Like, yeah, this is just nuts. What else can we take out? We're not playing any of these, I don't think. Honestly, we don't have a ton of modified stuff, so I don't mind taking this one out. It's pretty much just 2 power, whatever. This is going to be insane. So how many artifacts do we have? We have 11 artifacts, which is nice. Now, this is really, we only have 10 because we're not playing this as an artifact. We're using it as a trick. Flame discharge scale, so that's nice, right? So yeah, I don't think we want like Twisted Embrace. It gives them it gives. Ooh, you're already dead. Yeah, we might actually have to find a way to squeeze that in. We can take out like one of these Okaiba Reckoner Raid or Nazumi Road Captains. I like the synthesizer. It's a little bit of gas. This is again 1-drop, 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 1-drop. Like I really like all the 1-drops. This is probably the most aggressive deck I've ever drafted. Yeah, we're not playing the 5-mana sagas either. I feel like this one is just so much better than the other one, the rare that we had a chance to do, at least in this deck. All right, well, that's all of our picks. I think we need one more cut. All right, so this is really a 2-drop. Do we take out Ambitious Assault? So here, let's see. We could take out Ambitious Assault. It is good. It is pretty good, though. Like, say we're hitting with even just 2 things. This is deal 4 damage to their face. And deal 2 damage to each of the creatures, each blocking creature. And then draw a card if we have a counter somewhere. Which, this hands out a counter. Or if we have a counter somewhere, or if, one of these is equipped. Yeah, this is going to be equipped to tons of stuff. This is going to hand out a counter. This is going to be equipped. This guy hands out a counter. How are we on creature count? We actually only have 10 creatures. That might be an issue. Except each of my sagas also counts. So how many sagas? 3 sagas. So we have 13 creatures. But again, we're trying to be very aggressive. So yeah, I think we need to cut Ambitious Assault. Now this makes 2 creatures. What else? This can make creatures. This turns out creatures. So we've got some engines. But everything that's not a creature is pretty much a removal spell, right? This is a kill spell. This is card advantage. I don't think this is quite as low as like the 14 land cycling decks from Ikoria. I don't think we can do that. Although this deck wants to stop at 3 mana. Like I do not want more than 3 mana. Unfortunately, I don't really have any ways to like discard, draw a card. Do I? Not really. Hmm. I guess I want to get to 4 mana and stop so I can pump this dude once. Right, and that's about it. And I want to get to 4 mana so I can sacrifice this whenever I end up sacrificing it. Yeah, the other thing is here, take this out and throw in a 2 mana thing just because. Yeah, the average cost of my deck is 1.5. Right? We brought in this guy because this boar is artificially inflating my mana cost. So really, my mana cost is 1.5. Average mana cost is 1.5. That's nuts. Right? My average mana cost is somewhere right in here. That's crazy. It's a little bit over 1.5 technically, just because I would have to have even. Well, actually, it could be exactly 1.5. Oh, is this fine? Are we good? I've only got, like I said, I've got about 13 creatures, 10 creatures, and 3 sagas that turn into creatures. I have a lot of removal, which is another reason why I took these expensive removals out. The Tawashi Song Shaper could actually be pretty good. Do we throw that in there and go 14? That might be crazy. You know what? We're gonna push the limits of the hand smoothing algorithm. We're gonna do it. I'm also gonna throw in my full art lands that I really like for this deck. There we go. So let's see what we're at. We're at lots of red, a little bit of black. No double. So we'll go 2 there, 1 there. 14. All right. We are pushing the boundaries of the hand smoothing algorithm. Because honestly, like if I have a 2 land hand, opening hand, and I don't draw land for like 5 turns, I'm okay with that. Like that will literally just mean I have nothing but gas. All right. I will be fine mulliganing until I have 1 or 2 land. And like that's it. Yeah, see, this is perfect. This is one of my only 2/3 drops. Everything else is fine. Now I still can't double spell because I only have 1 red, but that's okay. I also don't have a creature to play off this unless I top deck one, which I would really like. There we go. And it's actually the best creature to put counters on. I didn't, because this is till end of turn you can play that card. I didn't want to play this just because I'm going to exile something and not get any value off of it. So what we'll do is we'll play, yeah, whatever. What are we discarding? Maybe Explosive Fury or Explosive Entry. I mean, I can kill this and then put a counter on something. It's actually not bad. Maybe the Shrine. Probably the Shrine. I feel like it just takes too long. Yep. So odds of them having another artifact for me to hit is low, so I'm just going to do this. Put it on the one that cares about having counters, because when he dies, I can just throw his counter somewhere else. I still have Voltage Surge if I need. I have Kami's Flare if I need. Like, Kami's Flare here would be nuts. I would kill anything with 3 toughness. Yeah, like, this is going to be gross. Kami's Flare, kill that. Deal 2 to their face. They're at 7. Next turn, I can play this and play almost anything in my deck. I still have Voltage Surge up if I need to. The best part is if I do have to sack this to deal 4 to something, his counters just go here, so I still have that. They do actually get me here if they have the master thing. Return to action. Is it tapped? Tapped. Okay, so I still get to deal. Oh no, it exiles. Does it exile? Wait, what happened? Why did it die? Why did it get exiled? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. We play the land. They're at 2. I don't know why that. Until I'm turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains lifelink. Oh, this guy. He says whenever it would. I forgot that he did that. Oh, that is so useful. Oh man, I feel bad for him. He walked into it. I didn't even know about it. That unassuming flavor text there just saved me. He's got to gain 2 life and throw a creature out. And then somehow dodge whatever I'm about to do here. So yeah, we do this. Get the 2/2. It's just a land, unfortunately. He's got a chump block though. And like he's literally spent every card he's had just to try to like not die. And he's still about to die, so he can gain 2 life, go to 6. Still probably have to chump the 5/5. Yeah, good game. He's not technically dead, but he's pretty much dead. He has to like take 5 and trade, and then he's gonna get a 2/3. Yeah, that was just oh man, that was exactly what our deck wants to do, and that was pretty brutal. It did definitely like I got a little lucky. I got a little lucky with him exiling the creature, right? But then I also got a little unlucky with the fact that towards the end I was just drawing lands. Um, I hit land twice off of the experimental synthesizer instead of more gas, which would have been really nice to hit. Because again, with the land in hand, even if I hit a 3-drop, which I only had one other one because I already ditched my shrine, I still would have been able to play literally anything in my deck. So yeah, that's why I want to get to 4 and then completely stop. If there was a way that I could somehow like filter, like draw a discard filter, then that would be really really good. But I don't think I picked anything up like that even in my sideboard. So yeah, that was gross. I literally didn't play anything that cost more than 2 mana, and I like smoked him. Dark Monaldson. All right, yeah, this seems fine. So we've got a 1-drop, we've got 3 2-drops, and then a combat trick. That's fine. We did draw one of our 3-drops, but that's okay. So I'm gonna save this 1-drop for when we can do stuff. So swing in. We can use the hover bike. Tap down whatever they do. Okay, they don't do anything. So we just flash it in anyway. Yes, whatever. Okay, so we go here. Then we go here. And here. Crew for 1. Nice. Now if they somehow kill this 1/1, I at least have another creature out that I can throw the counter on. He can discard a 2-drop and play a 2-drop for free, which would be nice, but it is tapped, so I don't have to worry about it blocking this turn. Alright, so they do get a 1/3. Actually, I do have one of... I think I have one of these guys, but I don't think I have that many, like, warrior or samurai. Maybe I do. I've got a couple. The Ronins are human samurais. But I'm also not that interested in attacking alone. Like, if I have creatures, I want to be bashing with them. And yeah, the Ronin are, like, the only ones I actually do have, so... So, it wouldn't be that good. Ooh. Oh, poor guy. I wouldn't mind playing another creature, though. because I want to get the +1/+1 counter benefit. So yeah, we do that. I don't really care if he wants to attack. We'll do this just because it does not fly. And then we'll bash in for 3 with flyers. Like, look at this. I literally, it's my turn 3. I think it's my turn 3? No. 1, 2, 3 was play this and this. 4. It's my turn 4, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 permanents on the board. And like, yeah, they need like instant speed removal to deal with this hover bike. Because every single creature in my deck can crew this hover bike. I've even got the voltage surge, so I can like crew the bike, sack the apprentice to deal 4 somewhere, and then swing in. If I draw another mountain, that'd actually be really nice, because then I can also have the Iron Hoof Boar as like a combat trick. Although I can't really combat trick on the ground anyway, because even with the boars +1, the double striker gets me. But I also don't want to. I don't want him to. That kind of sucks. They don't control an artifact and an enchantment, which is nice. Okay, you're crazy. I guess they're not super crazy, because they're like, I have a 3/4 that'll make another blocker, and they've got that. I don't really care about that, my guy. Especially because I've also got that. Now the question is, do I just bash? I think I bash and I make this a 3/3. Right? I kill this, sack the Iron Apprentice. So here, we crew first. Voltage Surge here. Sack that. Put that here. And then bash. They're at 5. I've got a flyer here that I can pump up to 3. Like, they're dead next turn if I get a land. And they have nothing to kill the Infiltrator or the hover bike. Yeah, I think they're digging. At the beginning of combat, you can pay 1 and sacrifice an artifact. Okay, well, I don't really have any artifacts to sack. I don't want to sack the high-speed hover bike. And then, yeah, or I just have the boar anyway, so, okay, they're going to do that. I really would like to not be drawing these, but... So this means I deal 4 over here, right? And then the 1 in the air. That's 5. Exactsies. Boom. Easy mode. Yeah, these would have been a lot better as mountains, but that's okay. Since I have a couple black 1-drops, I don't want to like skimp too much on the swamps, because then if I happen to have like 1 or even both of my black 1-drops, I don't want to be sitting with a bunch of mountains in my hand. And it's also the danger of running 14 lands, so. All right. 2 games. Relatively easy, although again, we're just aggressive enough that we're able to kind of seal the deal before they really get a chance to stabilize, which is right where we want to be. Against a deck with too much life gain or creatures that just like completely outsize our deal 4s, or if they have so many 4 toughness creatures that we have to keep sacking our artifacts. Like if I can get the Oni Anvil out and I can start making those 1/1s, that's a free thing to sacrifice where I'm not really giving anything up. But if I have to actually sacrifice like one of my equipment creatures, then it's not that great. The 1/1 that I've been sacking with the counters on it is fantastic, just because I don't actually lose any power on board. I just move it somewhere else. So that's actually been pretty good. But yeah, I don't really want to be sacrificing any like actual artifact equipment creatures. So, all right, we're playing against MTG God. Let's see how good they are. They're calling themselves a god. So these will be really brutal. If we can draw like a red 1-drop for next turn, that would actually be really good. Because these together is four damage plus some 2/2 menace. Okay. Ooh, look at that. That being said, I don't know that they actually want to. They might actually want to trade this, but if they do, then that means that. All right, they didn't want to. I really didn't want them to either, but I also, if they do trade, then that's, I mean, this is like their best ninjutsu enabler, right? So they're gonna ninjutsu something here, probably hit with the thing that lets them either draw a card or put a. Okay, is this a lifelinker? Yeah, this is a lifelinker. So that's not great for me, but that's okay. So I've got this, and I've got this. So I can haste. Oh, I meant to. Oh no, it's red equip. So yeah, just attack with both. I've got the 2/2 back as a blocker, so I can trade. I actually probably shouldn't have played this then. I probably should have just played the smelter. Not that I want to sack anything, but it's a 2/2 that, and it would have used my mana a little bit better. If I do get another land, then the shrine will actually be really good. All right, so they actually do have a ton of cheap creatures, which is not good for me, because eventually they're just going to get a ton of value. All right, that's good for me. This is Ward 2, right? I don't even have the mana to pay for that. But I do trade for both of them. I don't think they want that. Okay, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. I got my 2 damage out of this and then some. I think we do need to just kill this. Right? Nah. I'll play this. If they want to trade for it, yeah, they'll gain the 3 life back, but then I still have this as a backup. I can always turn this into a permanent 3/1, by the way, with haste. So that's not bad. Ah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, I probably should have just killed it when I had the chance. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, we're not going to kill it, so. Not for that. Unfortunately, I think we have to kill this. Sack that. Good news is we have a menace creature out, so we can just start. We can keep chipping in for 2. But yeah, I think we should have killed the lifelinker as soon as we saw it. Like this deck, like I was saying, this deck can't really handle the lifelink creatures, and so we just need to. If we see that, we need to kill it. Do that, and then do this. That way, whatever we play next turn, we'll get the extra counter on it. We should probably play the Simeon just because he bounces back, so there's no reason to play that. If we get lucky and get a land, we might actually be able to do the Shrine. Have a 3/3 first striking Shrine. That'd be nice. Yeah, as long as they don't have another lifelinker, I actually feel I feel okay. But yeah, I mean, they should be at 9 right now, right? Like if I had just killed the thing immediately. But I don't, yeah, I didn't have the deal 2 to it right away, did I? I think I drew that later. I'd have to go back and look. But if we do end up losing this, then it'll definitely be because we didn't kill that lifelinker fast enough. They're thinking. You can deal 3 to me if you want. Do nothing else. You can ninjutsu something out and bounce this dude back to your hand. Again, I'm okay with that. Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't mind a mountain off the top, just to let me start double casting some of these. They might be. I feel bad. They might be AFK. If they are, then we're just gonna get a free win, which sucks. But this actually wasn't a bad draw. So just because what we get to do is we get to tap the swamp for something. Whereas if we didn't, then the only way we're using the swamp this turn is if we cast this. So this way we get to use the swamp, cast this first, get the extra counter on it. That way when it dies, we actually get to put 2 counters on. You know, that counter sticks around. It's more likely to stick around. Then we can bash him with the Ronin, so we deal 4 and have a 2/2 hanging back. Although it looks like they're about to run out of timeouts, and I think they're just gonna. I think they disconnected or something. I feel bad. I think it happens one more time, and they. Yeah, I think if it happens, I think if they get to 0 soon, then. Oh, maybe they're back. Yeah, they're back. I wonder if they did all that just to trick me. Maybe. If they did, top level play. They used up a whole bunch of timeouts just to eat my 1-drop, which, okay. Oh, of course I drew a swamp. That's alright, so he's got haste. I can bash like this. Whatever. If they end up double blocking, then I can actually pump it. I won't be able to kill them both, but I'll at least be able to... maybe they don't want to do that. Alright, I'll just play the shrine then. Okay. That sucks, but that's alright. All of these creatures will kill this and live when I cast this eventually. They've only got 1 card left in their hand, so... Oh, baby. And then if they somehow have a way to... Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to block there. Yeah. And then we... Yep. There you go. Is that it? Okay. Okay. Ward 3. I don't even have that much mana. I can't even do this on it. That's fine, though. Instead, we just do... Attach here. And... Do we still bash? I think we still bash, right? We get in for 2 extra damage, putting them at 3. So we have lethal next turn. They're going to block the etching, right? Which is fine. And then, yeah, I can even say they kill the Nezumi Road Captain somehow right now. The Simian falls off. I can attack with both. If they block the Simian, they take the ping from the Simian and the Iron Apprentice gets through. Okay. Yeah, so I still have it. Because I don't even need to pay for the ward. You can't attack, man. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, so here, swing, boom, yes, sack, I had a split second of fear that the thing that they played on it removed abilities, but it doesn't even remove abilities. All it does is change its power toughness. So, yep. Yeah, this deck's not too bad. All right, I'm gonna take a literal like 10-second bathroom break real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So 3 wins already. We're getting into the 4 wins in a row territory where all of a sudden it starts to just nerf your deck. Although that being said, we've been already kind of nerfed with drawing a lot of swamps. Might actually end up cutting. Yeah, see, this isn't. It's not great, but we do actually have. The good news is we do have our 2 1-drop swamps. So we can go turn 1, turn 2, both of these. And then as soon as we draw a mountain, we're okay. If we happen to draw sack a creature, draw 2, that'll be good because we can sack this, put a counter on one of these, draw 2, hopefully hit a mountain. So ideally we hit a mountain right now. That would actually be really great. I'd play both of these before I play the Iron Apprentice. Oh, look at that. Actually, yeah, I might. No, actually, I want to play. Yeah, I want to play both of these, so that way when I play the Iron Apprentice, I get the extra counter on it. So it's turn 2, and we played 3 1-mana sagas, which is insane. It is unfortunate he's got a Death Toucher here, but the good news is 2 of our things have Menace. I could also just Voltage Surge that, but Kami of Transience. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. At the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment is put into your graveyard from the battlefield this turn, you may return Kami of Transience from graveyard to your hand. So we can exile that when this flips, and we can kill it with Voltage Surge, right? Yeah. Wow, 2 Death Touches? That's unfortunate. This guy thinks he's the beatdown. Okay. So, yep, these both flip. And if this were a mountain, that'd be really nice, but that's okay. We go kill this, sack this. Counters here. That gets exiled. Bye-bye. And might as well swing with that. Get one of the Death Touchers out of the way. Or not. You're at 9. Okay, it's not great. This is fine though. Now I have a flyer. Thing is, if I attack with the 2/2, he has a nice double block, so I think we'll just hang out. We took out the give your whole team +2 attack, didn't we? Yeah, we did. But if we get the Iron Hoof board, then we can maybe set up an attack where they double block one of the Menace guys and we bash in. Oof, there we go. So we go ahead and bash here. So the problem is, I think we just sack this right now, right? If they have creature removal, well, if they have creature removal, they'll kill the 1/1 anyway. So I guess, yeah, we don't do anything. If only this were like sacrifice a creature, deals 1 damage to opponent, you gain 1 life. That'd be nice. I do not care about that. I guess he can draw 3 cards, but we're getting rid of a creature there. I guess we don't really get rid of a creature because the ogre helmet stays there. Wow, he doesn't even want to do that. Decline. Bash in. Explosive entry would actually be really nice because then I can kill his ogre helmet and then put a counter on my companion. Thing is, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but he needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to block everything. So 2 things get through. Unless he, yeah, 2 things get through, or 1 thing gets through. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm actually nervous about. I actually don't want him to be able to refill his hand. So I'm fine giving up that 1/1, which isn't doing anything else really. Ooh, that's nice. So what I can do now is I can either draw a card or decline. Now I get this going online, right? So now I have this now I'm dealing 2 damage every turn. Which on the board state I was on, that dude wasn't going to do anything, and I'd rather just go ahead and get this train going. Again, these aren't really doing anything, right? I just don't want him to draw 3 cards. Yeah, as long as I keep doing this, he's dead in a couple turns. Now he probably throws it on the trampler. He should throw it on the trampler, pay the 1. It'll be a 4/4 trample. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to draw a card. And then, yeah, he's dead to, like, so many things next turn. Kami's Flare, um, Dragon Spark, uh, Hover Bike, probably not. Let's see, Simian Sling. No blocks. There's no reason to now. Like, yeah, draw your 3 cards. You got to sack, whatever. Explosive Entry gets it. Simian Sling, Rabbit Battery, the Bear, the Shrine. Like, I have tons of outs here. I do need to actually I have tons of outs, but he's about to gain 3 more life, which is not good. That gives him 1 extra turn. I don't think Voltage Surge does it, right? He's got 5 blockers. Yeah, he has just enough blockers, right? Because even if I kill this, he has 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he doesn't. 1, 2, unless he has something in hand. In which case, I still got him, right? Like, no, because I have to sack this in order to do it. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I could have sacked that. So I actually could have sacrificed this. Had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. He would have 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 attackers, meaning he needs 6 blockers. Yeah, I think depending on what he had in his hand, if he had like an instant speed removal spell in his hand, he would have had it, but. Deals combat damage. Yeah, so I'm actually fine double blocking that, right? I guess I didn't need to double block it, but again, as long as he doesn't gain 3 more life, I'm good. Yeah, I think I did have the win last turn. I'll have to go back and look. I think if I yeah, because based on what he's already just played, he didn't have anything in his hand. Now he could have had something, but if I forgot I could sacrifice this to turn into a 3/1. That's it. Yeah. Oh no, I don't have a modified creature. Did I have? I didn't have a modified creature, so I don't have a modified creature, so I won't deal the 2 extra damage. But I can have nah, because I'll have 3 attackers on the ground, 1 attacker in the air. I want to make sure I don't like miss lethal again. All right, I can clear 2 things. and make another attacker. But that doesn't matter. If I had a modified creature right now, I mean, he's dead next turn, right? So he, unless he draws something crazy here, he pretty much has to swing. Okay, I'm not worried about that. So yeah, he's dead next turn, right? That's it. I just have to chump this and then I win. So yeah, that should be it, right? He has no trample. This doesn't matter. He has no artifacts in the graveyard. He can't kill me. All I have to do is chump the 9. He doesn't draw 3 more cards. It doesn't have haste, right? Just +2/+2. I mean, I can just kill this, right? It doesn't have haste, but I'm scared, so I'm going to kill it. And nothing else has trample. He doesn't have the mana to reconfigure anything, so he swings out. He can deal 10, right? I just block here. He deals 10. I go to 5. Oh, no, he deals 9. Yeah, I go to 6 because this is the one that pings. And then that's it. It doesn't matter if he makes another blocker, whatever. It doesn't matter. A hit for one in the air. Good game. Whew. All right. That one took a little work. I think he need. I mean, I understand why he didn't because my life total was pretty high. But yeah, he needed to like aggressively try to pressure me. But his life total was just so low, he just couldn't. And that's the only reason why like all these 1-drops and running 14 lands can even possibly work, is because we're just getting so much damage in early. I want to look and see. I think I'm running 6 swamps. Problem is, I'd like to go up to 9 mountains, but I don't think I can. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 cards that require a swamp. The issue is rarely am I trying to double spell swamps, but I'm really trying to double spell mountains, and I keep finding myself doing that game after game. Like, this isn't even a single sample size thing. So I think I'm going to go down to 5-9. See how that works. Like almost every game I've had like 2 swamps, 3 swamps when I'm like, I'd really rather have a mountain here. Now, unfortunately, that means, yeah, if I don't draw a swamp at all and I get stuck with like 3 of the 4 swamp cards in my hand, that's going to feel pretty bad. But that's okay. I have 2 of the Ronin guys who lets me dig a little deeper. If I need to, I can pitch them to draw a card. I've got the synthesizer artifact that lets me dig a little deeper, so I can try to find a swamp if I need to. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I haven't read that would essentially like allow me to dig myself out of that situation if I needed to. Whereas black, if it's the other way around, I only have the 2 mana sack a creature, draw 2 cards. So, all right, we made it to 4. Let's see if, again, like I said, or are we at 4 or 5? I think that was 4, right? So yeah, I think now is the magical switch time where our deck stops doing what it's supposed to and our opponents start getting the nut draws. We'll see, because that's pretty much what happened in my my last in my like really good enchantment deck. So informative, much knowledge. I try. Oh my goodness, we literally just got rid of a swamp, and we still open with 2 swamps. I am considering keeping, only because we do have 3 playable cards in our hand. And we go first. I don't know that we can really afford to go down. I feel like I'd rather get this down so that the menace creature has a better chance of connecting at least once. Oh man, it looks like we're in a mirror match. I think we end the turn, let them play whatever 2-drop they want, flash us in, tap it, and then, because they're going to play a creature to get the bonus. Yeah, it kind of sucks. So we get this guy. I don't want to sack him, so unfortunately I think we're going to be crewing here so that we can bash in here. But I will be sacking this Iron Apprentice first chance I get for this Reckoner's Bargain. Oh no! Ugh, actually. This means the Iron Apprentice is going to exile, so it's not going to die, and I'm not going to be able to put the counters elsewhere. That kind of sucks. Yeah, well, Sharpshooter, when I'm running 14 lands because I'm gaming the whole hand smoothing algorithm, sometimes this happens. There's not much I can't really complain about not drawing lands in this deck. It is what it is. Yeah, unfortunately, this is gonna really hurt. This saga is probably one of the best sagas, to be honest. I'm actually fine trading off here. I don't know why they didn't just attack alone. They would have gotten a pump from it. Oh wow. So yeah, this is the turn to do it if I'm gonna do it. So here we'll make this a 3 power, which is really nice. We draw 2 cards. Hopefully there's a mountain in there. There is a mountain in there. We swing, and then we just go ahead and deal 2 here. Submit 0. So, not a bad turn. We hit the mountain. We cleared their board. Threw another counter on this, so now it's hitting for 3. So that's pretty good. I'd like another mountain so we can start like double spelling, but I can't really be too upset. I think it's too risky to do this. They didn't play anything, which makes me think that they have it makes me think that they have, what's it called? The Wanderer's Intervention, and like it's so cheap that they can just, and they have 4 mana now that they can keep it up if they want. They're gonna get a 2/2 haster, and they're gonna get a 2/2 here, unless they play another enchantment thing. But I mean, I think I have to kind of go for it. I don't think I can afford to just like play this, do nothing, and then start getting hit. If one of these were a mountain, I would be able to play this, hold up a Voltage Surge to kill one of these. Yeah, I think it's too greedy to do this. I think if they have a Wanderer's Strike, they have a Wanderer's Strike. I think I have to just do what I have to do. They got their own Voltage Surge. Okay. I guess they did that because they're like, okay, well, I can't kill that anymore. It's a 3/3. That's really good for me then. So another mountain would be fantastic. Yeah, they play another enchantment creature. Unfortunately, that means that I can't kill the portrait, but I can kill... Man. So I could actually play this, crew, and equip to bash for 4, but like I'm in trouble next turn. Because then... Wait. Then I can do the same... If I draw a land, then I can do the same thing the following turn and win. And if I don't, say they play an say they play an enchantment and they swing for 2 4 2. What is that? 8. I'm at 5. If I don't draw the land, I leave behind the Simian Sling, or I leave behind this, and then Voltage Surge something. It might be okay. I think I have to try to go for the win here. Because this will fall off. So I bash for 4, put them to 6. That'd be cool if it fell off untapped, but that's not how it works. It was tapped. Oh, man, that's bad. All right, so I basically I have to fade a removal spell from them, and I have to draw a land this turn. Oh, if they had an enchantment in hand and they didn't play it before that, then that's hilarious. They're looking like they're trying to kill my thing. Because as it is right now, they're like, oh, I'm not dead, so I'm at 1. They have something. I don't know what it is. We got the land. Okay. Let me make sure that that's... I think that's the only way I win, right? I can't win by playing any of these other cards. It uses up all my mana to do what I'm about to do. So we crew. Actually, I mean, I'm at 1, right? So say they have their own Voltage Surge. They actually don't have an artifact to sack. Say they have a deal 4 damage, though. Then this gets me through. But they don't have to deal the 4 damage. They can just wait. Oh, that sucks. I guess what I'm saying is there any point to crew this? Or is there any point to attach the Simian Sling to this? All right, we're going for the win. We did it. Oh, my goodness. We did it. Oh, my God. They're at -1. We're at 1. That was wild. All right, that was tough, actually. That was tough. We had to draw the land. Actually, we didn't have to draw the land. So because we didn't have to connect, we didn't have to attach the Simian, right? All we had, yeah, all we had to do was crew the vehicle. They were at 6. It was a 3/3, and we still had the red and a swamp to pump it for 3. So all we had to do was fade. Yeah, we didn't even have to draw the land. All we had to do was fade a removal spell from them. So we did it. All right. Never doubted me for a second, and I also never died for a second, so that was nice. So, all right, just 2 more. We can do it. I believe in us. The chat has been super supportive, and the chat is the only reason we are winning our games right now. So, but yeah, so far my initial impressions in the few amount of drafts that I've done has been that this format's pretty fun. There's a combat and like combat math can be a nightmare in a lot of different scenarios, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting interactions, and I will definitely say you get a very big edge if your deck is synergistic. I don't know that I would say that this is a bomb format. Not because like there aren't bombs, or not because like, oh, the removal's so good or anything like that, but I think it's literally just because there's so much synergy, especially like you saw with the enchantment deck we just played. I mean, they're just playing creatures and they seem relatively medium, but they like all of them were enchantment creatures, and so oh man, this is perfect. All right, yeah, this is like the dream hand. So I think we're going to they play? Bronze cudgels. This equipment is terrible. Unless you really want to be able to modify stuff, don't run this equipment. I don't even know what this is. Is this a mountain? Is this a mountain? I think it's a mountain. It's a swamp. I don't know what it is. What's the Japanese? My sister here should be able to tell me. All right. So now the question is: do we run out the rabbit, or I think we actually play this first, because that gives us the option to run Dragon Spark Reactor out before all of our other artifacts. I don't really want to discard a mountain, but I kind of want to discard a mountain. Oh, it's a swamp. I'm stupid. There's a skull there. I was like, how am I supposed to tell? There's a giant skull, and there's a teardrop. I'm gonna be greedy. We're gonna get rid of a mountain. Look at that. Never didn't have it. Yeah, we're gonna go Dragon Spark Reactor here. Just get our full value. Hopefully if we get one of our Ronins, we can just start ticking this up every turn. Alright, so we've got a straight up ninja deck here. Like this is just not the move, man. You're paying 3 mana to pump it for 1. Unless he just really wanted a modified thing. I mean, mana efficiency, sure, I guess, but it does nothing. It does nothing until you sink like 4 mana into it, and even then, it's pay 4 mana each time you want to give it like +3 or whatever. It's terrible. There we go. Get in for 1 haster. A land wouldn't even be terrible just because then we can start pinging, although I would like to not draw a land, if that's possible. This is actually the first time we've seen this in our 5 games. Now 6 games. So that's pretty nice. Hey, don't make fun of me. I can't read Japanese. Like I said, if my sister were here, I'd be like, she'd be laughing at me. She'd be like, it says Swampu or something like that. I don't know. So we just bash, right? Like, I don't see why not. Oh, no. I do not have a modified creature yet. So we're going to attach this. Where do we want it? Might as well get it on the guaranteed damage in case he does decide to chump. So now we have this. So he has a 2/3 now. We can actually take care of that. Now that we have a modified creature, we can take care of that for 2 mana, which isn't terrible. Although then he can respond by crewing this. Okay, he's getting the rat back. All right, so yeah, here's where we kind of start getting stonewalled, which I don't like. Especially because now we can crew that. Honestly, I'm hoping he's just hyper aggressive and decides to crew this to attack now, because I'm okay with that. I don't think he's going to, but Voltage Surge is nice. The question being, is Voltage Surge better? Is it better to sack? I mean, I have to sack something, right? Because he can crew that 6/6. So attacking doesn't really help me. But what I can do is kill like everything else. We can kill this. Good news is this gets the gravy train rolling. So kill this. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Oh wait, no, I'm not. X is 1. Okay, I'm smart. I thought it was like cost reduction where I would still have to say X is 3 and it reduces it by 2, but instead I just say X is 1 and it adds the 2. Oh, I was scared for a second. All right, that's fine. And then I can't really swing with this, right? Actually, yeah, I can. Not really. Well, no attacks. No attacks, but then we're going to Voltage Surge here, sacking the rabbit. We get our 1/1. And the best part is this also ticks up the Dragon Spark Reactor every turn as well. So now for free, I get to ping them for 1 and pop that up. So, all right, we're going to go mute real quick. All right, so that is not good. I think unless they can somehow kill us very quickly, I think we still win here. Especially because we can do this, get it up to 6. Like, yeah, this is gonna tick up very quickly. What does this plus do? Draw a card, discard a card unless you attack this turn. All right, yeah. Especially because we have this. We get to go here. We get our thing. Yep, ticks up. Yep, everybody's happy. Player Shrine. This ticks up to 7. We ping them down to 8, and they're literally dead next turn. No attacks. Autopay. I can't attack. I can't do that to him. I normally would be able to, but he's phased out, so we'll just do to their face. And yeah, like I said, I have a ping. Tick this up to 7. So unless they have a way to destroy that right now, which if they do, I still have. Yeah, I don't think they have a way to destroy it right now. I don't think the swamp part really matters. Sacrifice an artifact. Artifact leaves. That goes up to 7. They go down to 8. Actually, the land does matter. So now we just no attack and resolve. Autopay. And then we deal 7 to their face. There we go. And that should be it. Boom. All right. Hopefully we can get a quick 7-0. Slim Heavens. You're our final boss, hopefully. All right, so we get a couple of hasty 2 damage in. We can kill an early artifact. Unfortunately, we don't have a good target for the counter. Honestly, I have a little bit more lands than I'd like, but that's okay. I really have more lands than I'd like, but that's okay. Next turn, we have double Ronin. Unless they play like a 2-drop, in which case I'm sad. Yeah. So this one does not have... That is an artifact. So I think what we do is we just high-speed hover bike, flash it in, tap it. And then next turn we have... tap that. And then next turn we have play a Ronin, crew. So we have play a Ronin. One target creature. So it has to be a creature, but that's fine. So we haste this in, crew this. And then we explosive entry, destroy up to 1 target artifact, target up to 1 creature. Boom. Bash for 3. Ronin goes back to our hand. And now we have a free way to crew this every turn. That bounces back to our hand, so we're not worried about them like sniping it off. We have a flame discharge, which now once we crew this is modified, so we're good. If they play something really big and we want to, we can always throw this down, run it into it, and then get a card out of it. I am really drawing more lands than I'd like. Haste. Haste. Crew one of these because it deals 3 instead of 2. This now, X is 1. Kill that. Deal 5. They're at 13. They bounce back to my hand. Worst case scenario, like I said, they start outclassing us. We can pitch one of these, although I'd like to keep one just to keep crewing the hover bike. If we can get that Dragon Spark reactor, like ticking it up 2 every turn would actually be pretty gross. I wouldn't mind the Shrine since we have so much mana. He's just going to gain 4 life off of this. Jeez. Ugh. Wow, you're getting aggressive? What are you, crazy? Okay, let's do it. I love it. Let's do it. You're not going to gain life? Insane. I would like to really stop drawing lands. Because, yeah, bro, I'm dealing 5 every turn. I don't know that you want to do that, but maybe you do. Yeah, this is literally the most lands I think I've drawn in all of my games, which is unfortunate. Wow, he is really going all in on this plan. Maybe he plays like another Michiko? No. Okay, that's fine. I can ditch this land. Yep. You got it, bud. Okay, so that's actually a good target for our You're Already Dead, because we are swinging in. The Shrine is not bad. Okay, so can we do all... We can play the Shrine. So this is what we're doing. We're playing both of the... I think we're playing both of these. We're going to cash this Ronin in for both of these other creatures. So we're going to crew this up. And then... That means we don't play the Shrine this turn, but we get rid of both of these creatures. Yep. 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 Yep, that's fine. So the shrine should end this pretty quickly because it's just reach damage. I don't need to attack or anything. Yep. If he decides to attack with that, I think he's nuts. Yeah, he's not gonna. So instead, we're just gonna. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. I should have. Yeah, I should have killed it when I had the chance. That was my mistake. So we still do this, and we're still okay. We'll be able to activate the shrine and kill that and do all that. Because he's going to be like, oh, we're about to get him. He blocks. Next. Go for the pump. And 2 damage. Submit 0. Play the shrine. End turn. Yep. And he's dead next turn unless he can remove the shrine. Or the high-speed hover bike. Yeah. That's not good. Oh, we did it. So we play this. We crew. Bash. Play this. And we get a nice and easy 7-0. Good game. Woo! All right. Well, that was the first 7-win deck of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And man, that was a good one. So I hope that this shows that you can definitely go hyper aggressive if you if the stars align. You can definitely go hyper aggressive with these decks. I mean, let's just take another look, right? We have what 14 1-drops. So we have 14 1-drops. This is a 2-drop. So realistically, we have 10 2-drops and 2 3-drops. And this was a 7-0 deck. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, these do get outclassed pretty quickly. We got very lucky where we were able to pick up 3 voltage surges. I mean, they are common, so that's nice. But yeah, these are just all stars when you have stuff that you don't mind sacking, like this Iron Apprentice. I wouldn't have minded honestly having like 1 more or 2 more of these Iron Apprentices. Like they were all stars. The fact that they came down early, maybe chipped in for 1 damage, but then they just started sizing up our other creatures while we were removing their bigger creatures was like insane. This Oni called Anvil definitely won us multiple games. Just getting that last little bit of reach or just having like a repeatable like pinging engine to like close out the game. Because a lot of times, yeah, you play all these 1-drops, sagas and stuff that turn into creatures. They get in for their ping damage, and then all of a sudden, they're down to like 12 or 11 or 10 before they know it. Now they're like just trying to live and stabilize. And then all of a sudden you're just like, all right, cool. You stabilized. Now you spent all these cards just trying to like, stop the bleeding. Now I have something like this and I'm just bleeding you out, or the shrine here just bleeding you out, or I'm pinging it, hitting you in the air with a 1/1 drone. Or I'm pushing through a last little bit of, I do an attack that I've gone wide or whatever. I do an attack with, less than favorable blocks, and then I punch through the last bit of damage with this. I'd say the smelter wasn't like great. It didn't end up really doing anything. Although I don't think that I don't think the one that we could have gotten would have done much more. Um, like it was a free tap sack outlet, but like really the only artifact I'm gonna have in my graveyard is like an Iron Apprentice or maybe a Ronin or something. But like all of my artifacts actually cost 1, not 2. So really I would have to have this dead or this dead. Or I would have to have this or this, and I'd have to sack one of these 2 in order to get back a 1-drop, or like sack this to get back this, which would have been okay. I guess the only other upside is it was a 3/3, but it also cost 3, and like I wasn't trying to do any of that, so I think he was okay. But like he could have been almost any other creature, and it probably would have done about the same. Um, Although I do think we missed lethal we didn't miss it. We ended up getting it, but I think one of the turns we missed lethal in that we could have sacked our own anvil in order to get an extra 3/1 haster and get in for that last bit of damage. I mean, yeah, we just had very good removal, good late game engine, a lot of reach damage. Just like these deal 2 damage before you even get the creature, and I've got 2 of them. There was a game where we had 3 1-drop sagas down on turn 2, so that by turn 3 they've already lost 5 life before I've even attacked. Right, like that's insane. So I definitely say you can go hyper aggressive, and if you want to go hyper aggressive, this is the kind of deck you want to do it with. Load up on 1-drops, get a lot of good removal, and just go to town.